Good morning and welcome back to our Sunday school children's sermons. Sunday morning children's sermons, I should say. Thanks to Alyssa Chevalier for teaming up with me and teaching a lesson for us last week. We're going to talk about teams this morning. I bet some of you guys are on teams, aren't you? Let's see. What kind of teams do we have? Cheer if I mention your team. Soccer? Basketball? T-ball? Bible bowl? Cross country? All kinds of teams. And you have some I didn't mention, I'm sure, but what do you think the team is? What's a good definition? If you had to define and tell me what a team is, what would you say? Myself, I came up with this definition: people working together as a whole to reach a common goal. You're all working towards the same thing, you're all working together, and that makes you a team. And who we team up with is really important, isn't it? I remember in grade school, I'm sure you guys still do this, and youth group, I've seen this happen, but they'll pick two captains and then they'll line all the kids up, and the two captains go through the kids and they start picking, I want this guy for my team, I want this girl on my team, right? We did that when I was in school, but guess what? I never did get picked first. Not even my friends would pick me first. You know why? Because I'm not athletic and they wanted to win the team. When you're picking those people you want to be on your team, you usually think of somebody who's good at the sport. Maybe a tall kid. If you don't even know the kids and you're playing basketball, you say, oh, I picked that guy, he's really tall. He's probably going to go good at basketball. So, you want the right kind of people on your team because the ultimate goal is what? Winning, right? Okay, there's a saying in sports, and it's true, and your parents have said it to you, I'm sure. Winning isn't everything, right? But winning is kind of, you can learn all kinds of things in sports, right? But what if you never had a chance to win ever? I mean, that's what makes it fun, right? Maybe this team will win, maybe my team will win, maybe the other team will win. That chance has got to be there. What if you were guaranteed that on your team you had 0% chance of winning or even scoring? You're never going to score, you're never going to win. I'll guarantee it to you right now. Or what about on this team? I absolutely positively guarantee you that you'll win the championship, that you'll make every point, you'll make every goal, every score, whatever. Which team are you going to pick? You're going to pick the winning team, aren't you? Because that is underneath one of our goals. So let's think of teamwork as we think about the Bible. And think of what I said, a group of people working together as a whole to reach a common goal, and a captain has chosen them. Can you think of a group of men in the Bible that worked together and they had a captain who chose them and picked them for his team? What does that make you think of? The disciples. The disciples were kind of on Jesus' team, weren't they? And they followed him. And what does every team need? Every team needs fans. My son is all worked up because maybe this year there won't be fans in the stadium, and that makes it really fun and exciting, doesn't it? And I know we have some fans out there. You guys get a little wild and crazy, don't you? On our local ball team, the Trimble Tomcats, they were going for the state championship one time. All of the team members, Mohawks, dyed them red. And a whole bunch of the fans, Mohawks, dyed them red. They had cowbells, all kinds of crazy stuff. Boy, you're cheering for that team. You're so proud of them, you can't wait for them to win. And we have some fans here this morning. Hey, fans. Where's my wild and crazy fans over here? Here's Willa. She's cheering for Team Jesus. And here's Kurt, and he's cheering for team anything other than Jesus. So we just put a D on there for darkness, but just anything, he's not for what's going on for Jesus. And he's not for what's going well for the disciples. So we're gonna kind of put a little play on for you, and we're gonna say this is their computer screen or their television, and on this is gonna play a Bible story, and we're gonna cheer for our team. So Willa's gonna cheer for her team. When things are going well for the disciples, she's gonna cheer like they did for the Trimble Tomcats. And when things are not going well for the disciples or Jesus, old darkness is going to cheer, and we'll see how it turns out. So I'm going to step out, let them step in, and do your little skit for you. Okay, so I'll turn the TV on for you once you get settled there. Darkness. I've heard there's a good game on today. You guys ready? Okay, there you go.
The disciples are following Jesus. They're learning about him and from him. Jesus has asked the disciples to cross the sea with him. Wait! What a storm has developed! Thunder and lightning! The wind is out of control! The boat is tossing around like crazy! It looks like a toy in the waves! The disciples are running around frantically, facing certain death. Wait! They're waking Jesus, who's sleeping in the bottom of the boat. He's standing up. He's lifting his arms. He said something. Peace be still. He said, peace be still. The raging storm is completely gone. The sun is shining. This is unbelievable. It's completely calm. I've never seen anything like this.
Thank you, fans. Okay, so you could act something out, like you could pick any story in the Bible, I bet, and act that out and see what would happen. You could do like the feeding of the 5,000 or Lazarus' death. And I was thinking how powerful that would be if you did that with Jesus' death. If you went, kind of the story and had somebody read you parts of the story and cheer when things are going well for Jesus and not when they're not. But here's the thing. You saw what happened at the end. Remember when I talked about a team that has a 100% chance of winning? Jesus' team always wins. Now, they didn't seem like they were winning all the way through, right? They don't always seem like they're winning. Sometimes it seems like the other guy has the ball. But before it's said and done, finally, it'll be intercepted and Jesus' team will win. And the disciples turned the world upside down, didn't they? And spread the gospel everywhere. So Jesus wants all of us on his team, and he doesn't do like those kids at grade school. He doesn't look at you and see how much talent you have or how tall you are. He doesn't have any respect. He'll pick anybody to be on his team. But you know what is tricky about that? So will the devil. He'll take anyone. He would love for you to be on his team. And I had another commonality there too, but I'll see if I can find it or not. I don't know. We'll go on. And here's the difference though. Jesus chooses out of love and the devil chooses out of hate. So they're both are more than willing to, they're offering you to be on their team. Neither one of them cares about your abilities or anything about your personality as far as not choosing you, but one wants for you guaranteed victory out of love. And one wants to tear you down out of hate. That's a really big difference, isn't it? So Jesus says to all the kids, he says, I choose you, Cable kids. I choose the Holland kids and the Simmons kids and the Darby girls and the Tedrick kids and the Apperson kids and the Chevalier boys. I'll take Mayo kids and Allens and Woodwards and Hopkins and Kane kids and every kid everywhere. Even if I forgot to say your name, Jesus says, I choose you. But we have to choose Jesus and team up with him. In grade school, if they said, I choose Rhonda for my team, and I would say, no, I don't want to. I could march off and go sit down, couldn't I? But when we get to a certain age, an age of accountability, we have to make the decision and choose Jesus. So Kurt used to really wear a hat for darkness, but he decided to join Jesus' team. So we're going to sing a song for you this morning. My friend Mark wrote this song, and it's called Team Up with Jesus. Ready, Willa? I'm gonna team up with Jesus, a winner I shall be. I'm gonna team up with Jesus throughout eternity. Jesus has a team that leads to victory. I'm gonna team up with Jesus so he can team up with me. All right, let's do something fun. You've been sitting there a little bit. Every time we say the word up, I want you to stand up and sit right back down again so that you'll be ready to stand up the next time we get to the word up. And just to give them more chances to stand up, we'll do that last line 2 times. Okay? All right, so Willa, you show them how, okay? When I say up, when we say up in our song, you're up and down, okay? I'm not going to, just Willa. Okay. Ready? I'm gonna team up with Jesus, a winner I shall be. I'm gonna team up with Jesus throughout eternity. Jesus has a team that leads to victory. I'm gonna team up with Jesus so he Good job. So, being a fan is fun, isn't it? But isn't being a player even better when you join a team? Don't you like to play the sport? And here's the thing that we kind of played around with today. Really, there are no just observers, just plain old fans for Jesus' team. Either you're on the team or you're not. And you're automatically on the devil's team. If you don't choose Jesus, even not making a choice, you're on the devil's team by default. And we said that your parents might say winning isn't everything. And that's true for soccer and cross country and baseball, but that's not true for your life, right? For eternity, we want to be on the winning side for sure. Winning is everything. So we want to team up with Jesus. Now in Joshua, the book of the Bible, it's in the Old Testament, chapter 25 and verse 14, Joshua is telling the people around him, and he says, choose you this day whom you will serve. And he also said, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. So we don't want you guys to just be fans. We want you to be followers, and we want you to team up with Jesus.